Shri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Om. Om Akhandananda Sambodha Vandanatyasya Jayate Govindam Tamaham Vande Chidananda Tanum Gurum. So yesterday we were seeing what is the reason for these kind of name, the nomenclatures for the Annamaya and the Kosha. Like with Vaishvanara and Virat, we saw for everything we explain why is this name. Generally, we don't explain all that in other texts, but here he is explaining even them. So, why is it given the name Annamaya? Because it is caused by the food. The parents eat food, and from that food, this child is born, and it is sustained by that, and it gets destroyed by that also. Therefore, it is called as Annamaya. Annamaya. Why is it called as Kosha? Like the sheath which covers the knife. Similarly, this Annamaya covers the self. So that is why it is called as a Kosha. Okay? ātmanaḥ sthūlabhogānāmetadāyatanaṃ viduḥ śabdādiviṣayānbhuṅkte sthūlānsthūlātmani bahirātmā sthūlabhogāyatanamucyate ātmanaḥ sthūlabhogānāmetadāyatanaṃ viduḥ śabdādiviṣayānbhuṅkte sthūlānsthūlātmani bahirātmā tathā ātmā tathā sthūlabhogāyatanamucyate. ātmanaḥ sthūlabhogānāmetadāyatanaṃ. ātmanaḥ for the self, sthūlabhogānāṃ for it experiencing all the gross objects, sthūlabhoga all the gross objects. Ayatanam, this is the substratum, this is the place, this is the object, meaning object in the sense this is where it resides, exists. Okay, etat means this means what we were talking about, the gross body. This gross body, the annamaya viduḥ, they accept, meaning for the self to experience the grosser things, this gross body is the substrate, is the place of residence for the self. Okay, now this is how people understand. Atma sthūlātmani sthitaḥ, the Atma residing in the gross Atma. What does that mean? See, we have to remember the word Atma can give any kind of meaning. It can mean anything. I have explained it 1,000 times. So the first Atma existing in the gross Atma existing in the gross body. The second Atma is body. Atma residing in this gross body, bahihi sthūlān śabdādiviṣayānbhuṅkte, experiences sthūlādiviṣayān the external gross objects like sound, etc. Okay, Atma experiences the sound, etc. external objects which are grosser. Tathā, therefore, sthūlabhogāyatanamucyate, this body is accepted to be the place for experiencing, enjoying the grosser things. Okay. indriyairupanītānāṃ śabdādīnāmayaṃ svayam dehendriyamanoyukto bhoktetyāhurmanīṣiṇaḥ. How does this Atma experience things? How does it experience the grosser things? That should be explained. So he says, indriyairupanītānāṃ śabdādīnāmayaṃ svayam dehendriyamanoyukto bhoktetyāhurmanīṣiṇaḥ. Dehendriyamanoyukto, along with, associated with other, the body, dehe, indriya, the sense organs, manaḥ, mind. Associated with the body, sense organ and mind. Ayam swayam indriyaihi upanītānāṃ. This self, swayam upanītānāṃ, whatever is brought to it by these śabdādīnāṃ, all the sound, etc., whatever is brought to it by these sense organs, bhoktetyāhurmanīṣiṇaḥ. Therefore, it experiences those things. Therefore, bhoktetyāhurmanīṣiṇaḥ, he is the experiencer. Karta, bhokta, that kind of bhokta here. So, karta, doer, bhokta, experiencer. He is called as experiencer. By whom? Manīṣiṇaḥ praho, by the wise men. By the learned men, this fellow is called as a bhokta. When the self is associated with the body, sense organ and mind, then he is called as a bhokta. Okay. How does he experience? Again, ekādaśadvāravatīha dehe saudhe mahārāja ivākṣavargaiḥ saṃsevyamāno viṣayopabhogān nupādhisaṃstho ātmanaḥ. ekādaśadvāravatīha dehe saudhe mahārāja ivākṣavargaiḥ saṃsevyamāno viṣayopabhogān nupādhisaṃstho ayam ātmā, this self, what does it do? ekādaśadvāravatīha dehe, in this body, iha dehe, this body, which is ekādaśadvāravati, which is of 11 gates. 11 gates? Why should I think like that? Why should I doubt? Because in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Navadvare pure dehi, there are 9 gates. And here he has said 11 gates. So what? These are all in the ephemeral state. So it's all illusion. So 9 and 11 in illusion does not really make any difference. See, in Kundalini Yoga, they say there are 7 chakras. But when you inquire into it, people who understand it subtly, they say it as 9 chakras. They don't say it's 7 chakras. Okay, there are 9 chakras. And some people who think there are 21 chakras and all. That's all gross. So simple is a 9 chakras. We are not interested in those chakras details. What is this 9 gate and 11 gate? We'll understand what 9 gate is first. See, 2 eyes. Okay, 2 eyes for seeing, 2 ears for hearing. So 4, 2 nostrils. Okay, so 6, 1 mouth. So we have 7 gates in the head. That is why head is important for the for the whole body. Head is the primary thing, because there are 9 gates here and 2 gates below. One is the sense organ of procreation, and the other is a sense organ of excretion. Okay, 9. 7 plus 2, 9. Now, this is how they see in Bhagavad Gita. Now, we have to add 2 more. One is the navel, the other is Brahmarandra, the crown of your head. So, 11. These are the centers through which the jiva enters or through which jiva exists, whichever. Gate means you can either enter or exit. Whichever gate you enter, but you can exit through whichever gate. That's why gates are for. So these are the gates through which the jiva can exit. That is why 9 gates, 11 gates. Okay. So in this body, which is of 11 gates, this Atma, saudhe mahārāja iva. Mahārāja iva, like a king, like an emperor. Emperor where? On the streets? No, saudhe. Saudhe means in his palace. Saudhe means in palace. So, like a king, like an emperor in the palace, what does the emperor do in the palace? He is not going to, see, there is a good sweet shop there in that 4th street. Okay. What will I do about it knowing it? Then these fellows who think there's a good sweet shop, they will bring sweets to the king. They will not even tell him, this is the sweet. They are good. We thought we'll buy it for you. Good fruits, buy it for you. Good, something good, they say, they buy it for king. So, like this king who sits in the palace, some good dancer, they will bring her in the palace. He need not go out to see her dance in the theater. They will bring her to him. Okay. So, like that emperor, like that king, ākṣavargaiḥ saṃsevyamāno, by the sense organs, aksha, eye, by the sense organs. Aksha also means sense organ. By the sense organs, saṃsevyamāno, nicely served. Like the king is served in his palace, nicely served in his palace by the sundries, by the servants. Similarly, this king, this self is served by these sense organs. viṣayopabhogānāmetadāyatanaṃ. Therefore, this fellow enjoys the objects. How? He is explaining it further. jñānendriyāṇi nijadaivatacoditāni karmendriyāṇyapi tathā ādikāni svasvaprayojanavidhau niyatāni santi yattena kimkarajana ivattam bhajante. jñānendriyāṇi nijadaivatacoditāni karmendriyāṇyapi tathā ādikāni svasvaprayojanavidhau niyatāni santi yattena kimkarajana ivattam bhajante. jñānendriyāṇi, the sense organs of knowledge, we know what they are. karmendriyāṇi, the sense organs of action, we know that also. Tathā ādikāni, similarly the mind, etc. Mind, intellect, memory, and the ego. So all these four. Okay. nijadaivatacoditāni, nijadeivata, their respective gods, deities, presiding deities. Choditani, chuda prerana is the root word. So these sense organs are inert. Without that deity, which is the presiding deity for that sense organ, these cannot function. Inert cannot do anything. No action possible through inerts. Wait. There is another question, which was an interesting question. See, where did this presiding deities come from? They came from the sattvika, ether, etc. So from sattva, because deities means they are sattvic. So from the sattvic quality only they can come into. So if it is sattvic quality, it is okay. But what about people who are demons and all that? Why should you be worried about? Deities are sattvic. Whether a person is good or evil does not really matter. Good, bad, ugly does not really matter. It's all same. Like we'll understand this through the story of the story which the Sankhyans explain. How they explain the sattva, etc. There is one girl, one lady. She gives happiness to her husband. One lady, she gives happiness to her husband. Husband sees her, he is happy. Same lady gives heartburns to the other wives or other ladies also, other wives. Same lady. Okay. Now, the same lady is of no importance to some other person. So the lady is same. For someone, that lady brings happiness. For someone, that same lady gives a heartburn. For some, ignores. He does not even care about. So the sense organ, the presiding deity of the sense organ, brings the object, good, bad, ugly, external, he brings it to the good, bad, ugly. But how you see is according to your gunas, your karmas. Okay, so nijadaivatacoditāni, without their respective deities prodding them, guiding them to work, they won't do. And why should they deity prod them? Svasvaprayojanavidhau, in those respective objects. The sense organ of eye, the sense organ of seeing, the eyes don't listen, don't speak, don't smell. They only see. The sense organ of hearing, the ears, they only listen. They don't see, they don't smell, etc. See, maybe one sense organ, some people don't have eyes. Their sense organ of hearing or touch or smell or can be more. Like the bats. Bats can't see, but their ears are very sharp. They make a sound that reverberates and it listens, that resonates, and it listens to that and it understands there is a hurdle there, there's an obstacle there, it just avoids it. Have we heard of any bat accident? No, they without eyes they can drive in the night without any accidents. So he says nijadaivatacoditāni, prescribed product by their respective deities, they will be involved only in their respective sense objects, not anything else. Niyatāni santi, these are fixed. Okay, kinkara jana iva, like the servants. Kinkara jana, kinkaras are generally used for the for Shiva's servants with two eyes and all that. Those demon looking servants, they will be, they are all servants of Shiva's, ghouls kind of. Okay, so but this kinkara jana, when we take kinkara, not sevaka, kinkara means they don't think about anything else other than serving the master. That is the nature of kinkaras. A servant is paid for his service. Therefore, he will be like, okay, this is enough. Oh, I am tired, too tired. I should not be. No. A servant for a Mahatma, for a Guru, or for the God, they should be like kinkaras. They should not think about anything. Good. Okay, this is good, this is good, this is good. This is what we have to give it to our king. So, kinkara jana, not kinkara. Kinkara. Kinkara is the servants, the proper servant with proper attitude. Okay, yatnena, with effort, tam abhajante, bhaja sevayam, they serve them. They serve the self. Tam ātmanam, they serve the self. Who? The sense organs, all the knowledge sense organ, the action sense organ, the mind, etc. They serve the self. Okay, by bringing the respective, along with the deities. Okay, they serve the self by bringing the respective objects. Yatro bhukte viṣayān sthūlānev mahāmatihi aham mameti saishasya avastha jagrati tīryate. Yatra upabhukte viṣayān sthūlānev mahāmatihi aham mama iti saishasya avastha jagrati tīryate. Yatra upabhukte viṣayān, where he experiences the objects. We will come to that. Sthūlānev mahāmatihi aham mama iti saisha asya avastha jagrat iti īryate. Yatra, where mahāmatihi, mahamati means, maha means big, great, mati means intellect, great intellect. See, we have to remember, mahat is the word which we used for collective intellect. So mahamati is not that collective intellect. Mahamati is this great intellect. He is giving the self a name, supreme intellect or great intellect. Okay, so mahamati means this self which is of supreme intellect. Aham mama iti, as I and mine. Sthūlān viṣayānev bhuṅkte, experiences only the grosser objects. Where it experiences this self experience, you have to connect it like that. Where this self experiences only the grosser objects, sa esha, that is asya avastha, is its state. What is the state? Jagraditi, state of waking. Iti īryate, this is how they accept, they understand. Okay. Etat samashtiveštyoscha ubhayorapyabhimaninoh tat viṣvavaishvanarayoho abhedapurvanmatah. Etat samashtiveštyoscha ubhayoho api abhimaninoho tat viṣvavaishvanarayoho abhedapurvat matah. Etat samashtiveštyoho cha, this samashtiveštyoho cha, the collective and the individual, for both the collective and the individual bodies. Okay, gross body, except that's what we are talking about here. What are the uvayo, for both of them? Abhimaninoho, who is the one who identifies with that collective gross body and the individual gross body. Who is that? Tad viṣvavaishvanarayoho, the Vishvan Vaishvanara. Wait a minute. Samashti Veshti Vishvan Vaishvanara. There is no There's a mismatch actually. He should have said Vaishpanara Vishpa, but instead of that, he says Vishpa Vaishpanara. There is no confusion here. In Sutra, in Panini Sutra, there is a rule. In this grammar, there is a rule. Alpaksharam Purvam. Whatever has less characters, they are used in the beginning of the compound word. So Vishva, less number of characters. Vaishpanara, more number of characters. Okay. So that is why it is used Alpaksharam Purvam. So that is why it is used later. The Vishva is said before. Okay. So Samashti Vaishpanara, Vyashti Vishva. That is how we have to understand. Purvata Abhedaha. Like earlier in the previous causal body or gross body state, we said the collective and individual are two sides of the same coin. They are both same. When it's identifying with collective, it is given a name. It is identifying with the individual, it is given another name. That's all. They are same. Similarly, here also, see, we show the diversity, but there is a unity. That is what we want to establish. Okay, like see, with reference to the gross body, we said causal body. There was causal body. Causal body. The kosha is the sheath is for the causal body. Anandamaya kosha. Causal body. Anandamaya kosha. Then we have the state. Sushupti avastha. Deep sleep state. And the collective body. Collective body is Ishvara. And the individual body is prajna, not jiva, prajna. Okay, this is what we saw. Now here for the subtle body, we'll keep it like that. For the gross body, the kosha is anandamaya kosha, annamaya kosha, and the avastha state is jagrata avastha, waking state. The collective body is called as a Vaishpanara. The individual body is called as Vishpa. Okay. Now come to subtle body. Subtle body, the kosha is we have finished an Anandamaya kosha and Annamaya kosha. Whatever koshas which are left is in the middle, which is a Vijnanamaya, Manomaya and Pranamaya. Okay. We have seen the deep sleep state and the waking state. So the whatever is left is dream state, Swapnavastha. And for the subtle body, the collective, the name of the collective is Hiranyagarbha. We also gave prana, etc. Hiranyagarbha. And the individual is Taijasa. Right? So this is the table we have to understand. Remember. Okay? Now sthūlabhogānāmetadāyatanaṃ prapañcaye nirupitaḥ te sarve'pi militvaikah prapañco'pi mahān bhavet. So what we saw till now is the creation of causal body, the creation of subtle body, the creation of a gross body with all the paraphernalias. We understood that. Okay. So he says sthūla, and the whole idea everywhere we see one thing which is common, which is we establish the diversity and establish the unity in that diversity, right? So sthūla sukshma karanakshyāha prapañcaha ye nirupitaḥ te sarve'pi militva ekah prapañcah api mahān bhavet. Sthūla sukshma karanakshyāha, akhya name, that which is named as sthūla sukshma karana, the gross, subtle and causal. Ye prapañcaha, whatever creations, nirupitaḥ, we established. Te sarve'pi militva, they all combined together. Ekah mahān prapañco'pi bhavet. They can be called as one creation. Each causal creation, subtle creation, and this gross creation, they can be combined together to say one creation. Whole creation. Prapañca means jagat, creation. Prapañca vistara, expansion. So it's creation. So they can be combined together to say it is one creation. Okay, now we have established the three kinds of creation, and we have to differentiate the self from that and establish the self to be different from all this. So we'll start with that. We'll see. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.